And I think we're live. That should do it.
Sweet, good to go.
Good to go. Well, everybody, welcome to another wonderful stream in the tiny little world of Scrap Mechanic. We're hanging out here. What the hell is the noise? Buff, what the hell is that?
That's the plane. You know, biplane.
Get a
Prototype
biplane.
style.
You just, destroyed your props. Yeah, so, I got bored, and Buff was away, and we were trying to work on tanks from the last episode, if any of you guys saw. And so I was sitting there staring at track, and I got bored of doing that, so we built a shitty little biplane. But remarkably, it kind of does fly pretty good. So
Yeah, flies pretty good, considering there's no lift physics in the game.
yeah, lift physics are something kind of wonky in this game, so it's kind of impressive, I think. What you got over there, though? What are you looking at?
Oh, projects and stuff.
Projects and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I think there's a way that I can turn down... No, I can't turn down... I was hoping to be able to turn down the sound of the rockets. They're kind of loud, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't think there's even a way to... whatever. We'll do it. So, anyways, we'll take you on a quick tour with the biplane. We'll show that off, and then I think we were going to maybe try and build some walker mechs, and motorcycles was on the docket. And,
exciting.
what the hell is this?
It's a bathtub.
That's a bathtub. By God, it actually, suds. Okay, this is weird. Alright, well. Cool. Floating bubbles. Alright. Let's go fly this thing. And then we might even work on the tank treads too, but I think both of us are kind of stumped when it comes to that one. You were on a bit more of a roll, but I'm having issues, so... Alright, so yes, as you can see, this is our amazing biplane. Unfortunately, since there are no lift physics in this game, the thing will fly a little weird. It's kind of fun. When you turn, it does actually turn the tail, and it turns the plane. It's got one dead wheel in the back. First switch here turns on your engines and your prop. Tried to give it a somewhat realistic sound. Second button turns on these thruster packs, which are what you need to actually fly through the air.
Yeah, it has no ground forward thrust.
Yeah, right. It does tip itself forward and backward, dependent upon the W or the W and S, and then the A and D is the right and left. And
Thank you, gravity steering.
Exactly.
Or,
you'll see the two.
steering.
You'll see the two buttons there. Those are wingtips. So if you press number 4, it likes to tip you down in that direction, and if you press number 5, it'll tip you down in that direction. It's got 2 passenger seats for anyone that wants to tag along. That could be swapped out in the foreseeable future for another driving seat, and actual 2-man driving mechanics to make this thing drive a little bit better. But I did make this alone, so I figured I had to make it so that one person could fly it. Now, number 3 is the key here. You'll notice when I press this third button, these rocket packs, they transition. This is very necessary, because if you do not transition your rocket packs, you will never get off the ground. The thing does not create any sort of lift at all when the rocket packs are V'd like that. So you got to transition them, and that'll give you enough thrust to pick up, and as soon as you get off in the air, you just got to go through, transition your packs back to normal, and call it good. So it's right there, front and center, button control if you feel like being crazy and driving this thing in first-person mode. Green is takeoff mode, red is flight mode. Hello, Clover. Wow. Thanks for stopping in, and hello, other viewer.
Yeah, it's definitely a pleasure to have y'all.
Yep, pleasure to have you.
Hey,
I'll try and...
You'll never guess what I found.
What'd you find?
So, last stream we were talking about our Euro and you know how we were pretty proud of it, right?
Yeah.
I have one of our first iterations of Euro.
What? Oh my God! You have the original.
I know.
The
It's
ugly
so
cab.
horrible.
The ugly cab. No, this is a later cab. It has mirrors.
Yeah, ew, we put the mirrors on it. This was our test.
Ah.
This was the one that I was keeping track of.
Oh, you know what? I bet you got. I have the one that the cab's extra wide on.
Do you really?
I bet you I do. Oh, I do! I do! Dude, I got an older version than you.
Do you really?
There it is! Before mirrors and everything else.
God,
The engines in this thing. Like, we just...
That's before I did any of the framework. Like, lift this thing up, man.
Oh, man. This is atrocious. Okay, hang on here.
Oh, wow.
So we got...
This is like prototype to the max.
Hey, bring out the latest version. Bring out the best version.
Right. Let me delete this other old one real quick.
Oh my God. It doesn't even have engines. It's barely got framework in it. Oh, this is atrocious. Whoa, the lag. All right, drop that sucker. Got it. Boop. Wow. Why did it want to lag that much? Come on.
Deleting projects.
All right. Here we go. So these were the Urals. The grills look different. The lights are different. This one's all blocky and ugly. Had dually wheels that weren't very well distinguished. I mean, the mud flaps, the whole 9 yards. Wow.
So, when we were initiating this build right here, I started off with a frame.
I think this is the narrow cab, though.
Both started off with a frame, and then
you started off with a frame, and I started making a cab, didn't I?
Yeah,
we
started making a frame, and you looked at mine, and kind of thought it was better, and it's like, you know what? Let's split the work. I'll do the cab, and instinctively, we built ours perfect for each other.
Oh my God, there it is.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
This was like the original cab I had in mind and started building with to...
Oh man. Oh, I think I have the original frame.
Do you have the original frame?
I think
that would be great. Yeah, this cab was like 1 too wide and...
Wally.
It just didn't work. Oh my God, you've got the original frame. Oh, this thing was atrocious, but it worked. Like, it was the proof of concept for the suspension. And then we, like, hot welded the cab to it and threw a couple engines on it. And I think I made a bed for it, and that was this. That gave birth to this black behemoth right here. Oh my God. And then, yeah, we painted the frame rails, and then after a while, it just kind of became this thing.
Does this one even have the engine?
No, it doesn't have an engine,
perfected?
dude. No, this is the bare bones minimal.
Yeah, this is just the strict, engines per power output with the stock frame that I have.
Yeah,
right
look at the frame rails in this one. See how big and blocky the frame is in this one compared to how minimal the frame for the suspension is in this one. Like,
oh my God.
You can barely see it back in there. It's just super tucked in. Oh, this is when the front frame rail was connected to that.
Yeah.
This was before it connected lower. No, the very front frame
good point.
connects in low.
Because we were trying to add things,
Yeah, it connects in center line instead of. Oh man, this is a hoot. This cab, I can't believe I have this cab. This was back before the doors caused us any lag, though. So we're gonna have to stare at this for a little while here. I think we lowered the doors a touch.
We might have.
Yeah, no, we lowered the doors 1, I think, in order to make it easier to hop up into. Yeah, we lowered the doors and trimmed some stuff. So we made the doors bigger. And that's probably what it is. We might have to go back to a smaller door. All right. Well, anyways, I did promise a tour with the biplane, and we're going to show you guys how that thing flies. Sorry for getting distracted, everyone. Just a walk down memory lane and the atrocities that we have built in the past. Hello, viewer. Welcome to the stream. 3 people watching. That's awesome. So,
Sweet, already. We
I
normally don't get that till the last 20 minutes.
yeah,
That's
right. I will
good.
promise this. I will check the stream as much as I can. I'm still only rocking 1 monitor. I got to get my second monitor hooked up and everything going. That way I can monitor. Monitor. That way I can monitor what's going on off on the side and see you guys and your comments and all your happy little remarks while I'm also playing the game on this screen here. So I apologize if you guys tell me something and then don't get to it, and I don't get to it, but we will get to it in the future. And now we're down to 2. Man, see, I mentioned the 3rd person and poof, they disappear. It's like I scared them off. I just scared them off. So, all right, here we go. Time to build us a biplane.
A biplane?
Biplane.
Oh, okay. You're giving the tour.
Yep, we're gonna show how this thing works real quick before we get too terribly underway. So, remember what I said? A and D, right and left. Wing tips, 4 and 5. Balancing, right there. And number 1 starts it all. You getting in here, Buff?
No.
You're not? All right,
No.
fine. I'll come back. You don't want to see my crazy flying? Fine. I'll see what you're building here when I come back. So, anyways, we're gonna zoom back because unfortunately these rockets are a little loud. But so what you want to do is you want to hit S because you want to be pulling back as hard as you can, and then activate the rocket pods. And she takes off, transition into flight mode, and there you go. You can stall her out, give it a little speed there. Yeah, it's. Like I said, it's not the best flyer in the world, but she does what she needs to do. And it looks kind of cool going through the air like this. So. And it's actually the most controllable single-person flyer I have ever built. So I'm pretty proud about that fact. Like I said, there's no principle of lift, so it looks like I should be climbing, but I'm not. Oh boy, that's a tree. Normally you would not be able to pull off stunts like this in a plane, such as this one. Woo! There's the one mountain. Oh boy, coming up on the next wall. So it turns out that this little plane makes the map kind of small. Like there's a lot of land to cover on this map, and most vehicles you take a little while to get across it, but the plane kind of makes traversing this thing easy. Alright, so we're going to go back over to the mountain where Buff is, and we're going to see how well we can pull off a landing. Landings in this thing are a little rough. If I can find where Buff is.
I can shoot off a rocket.
No, you're good. Oh boy. Alright, he's right. There he is. I'm gonna hit the tree! I hit the tree. Alright, so we're gonna stall out, and we're gonna pick up right where we left off and just fly out of this tree. Oh, son of a gun. Okay, here we go. Gotta cut that. Did I really just get hung up in a tree? I Jurassic Parked this. Hang on, hang on. I might get free. I'm gonna shut off the engine here real quick. I totally just Jurassic Parked the shit out of this.
Nice.
Oh! Don't hit the ground. Don't hit the ground, Keith. Come on, Buff. Oh! I saved it! I saved it! Oh! And a decent landing. How about that? I can't believe I pulled that off. I got hung up in the tree right over there. So, now what in the hell is this?
Concept.
A concept. So I can't see it? Is that what you're telling me?
I can see it, but not right now.
Oh, I can't see it, but I can see it, but not right now. Buff's getting a head start on Max. Oh, I broke the back steering.
Ah!
It's not supposed to look like this, folks. I promise. Like, I mean, it still works, but it's just got a pair of danglers. It's got a dangler now. There's a dead zone underneath the plane now.
Oh no.
So here, let me fix that real quick, and then I'll show you the wiring here. So
There we go.
pretty simple. We've got suspension style steering to control this guy. Basically, all that is some people call it the steering glitch. Some people call it suspension steering. I don't know. I haven't really heard anything else. But it uses suspension on a bearing. And since suspension creates its own entity of work, basically, what you do is here, I'll demonstrate with this tail right here. What you do is you take, and with the welder we can see the different parts of the machine, especially when we put it up on a lift. So I'll lower this down here real quick. And when we pull out the welder, we can see all the different sections that make the plane what it is, just by highlighting them. See that right there? So we've got the main body of the plane, and see how the tail is separate, because it's on a separate bearing. So we've got the main body of the plane, and what you do is you attach a bearing to the plane, right there, and you give it some sort of input control. In this case, to go forward and backward, I hooked it up to an electric motor, and I hooked the motor up to the main pilot seat. And then you set the bearing so that when you press W, your wheels would basically spin forward if it were a normal vehicle, but in this instance, it makes the suspension arm push up. And what that does is you've got a different block right here, that, as you can see, is a different entity from the machine, and because the suspension has a little bit of give to it, it pushes against the basic entity, and due to the collision physics of this game, wants to make it move. So I've got one underneath for right and left steering, I've got one in the tail for up and down, and I've got two in the wings, one each side for right and left. Yeah, or side to side, I should say. So yeah, that's the basics on the suspension system steering that you may or may not see other people use. So it's pretty easy, pretty simple, and it opens up a world of possibilities, especially when you leave the ground and need to level things out. Take, for example, the biplane. So steering wheels will not work in the middle of the air. And then, yeah, I just got a controller hooked up in there. As you can see, orange is power units. Right there's our motor that we were talking about. What do you... Oh, my God. Buff took it off, and
here, Wally.
Buff takes it off, and it just kind of flops over. So as we can see, Buff's got controllers and bearings and all sorts of madness going on. I'm curious to see what he's going to come up with. So the wheels are dead wheels. Obviously, they don't need to go forward and backward when you give it control. The tail's just dead. And yeah, that's kind of... It's pretty simple wiring, all things considered, for how complicated wiring in this game can get. I don't know have we ever showed off some of the wiring that we do?
No.
Okay.
We've never done that.
Well, here, I'm gonna brag. I know people have complicated wiring, but like our complete Ural had some good wiring to it.
Trying to figure out a way to put sensors in here. That's
the wiring on the Ural. Just pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Not a lot going on there. What else did I have that was mildly complicated? Ah, yes. The DeLorean wiring. The DeLorean wiring starts to get a little more complicated, and as you can see, everything just sort of starts to make a mess. Especially when you work in nice little tight confined places. But I've got motors, I've got bearings, I've got odds and ends and switches and thrusters and swivels, and yeah, it starts to get a little crazy. But even the DeLorean is simplistic when you compare it to something that is designed to accurately fly. And that is going to be this. This is my one-seater version of a proof of flight concept for a control system. And I went through like 4 or 5 renditions before I came up with this one. And as you can see, the wiring on this one starts to get a little bit more complex. We've got thruster wiring, we've got switches, we've got controllers, we've got buttons. I mean, this thing is wired out the ass.
All right, Wally.
Oh man, I made the mistake of hopping on it.
Concept here. I need to figure out the W button.
This one had a horn. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Proto proof of flyer concept. This took me a few days to figure out how to wire all together. And then Buff and I decided to take that proof of flyer concept and put it into a 2-man cockpit proof of flight concept.
POFC.
Right? And that gave birth to this, which, as you can tell, is not quite as crazy a wiring, but almost a little more so because we added another control seat in there. So when you start to look at this thing, wiring gets mixed, and, you know, what's going where and who's doing what, it gets a little crazy. So this one also uses the suspension-style steering. That's what is encased in this block here underneath. It's pretty fun, though. Like, that one is fun to fly. I know we flew that one around here the last time, in the last episode. So, all right, Buff, let's take a look, see what you're building. What do you got going on here, man? What are you doing?
Stuff.
Stuff and things? Things and stuff?
Yeah, stuff.
Stuff.
Will that work? How do I trigger that?
I'm going to take it for a spin.
I don't even know how to make it work.
Switches are not hooked up to anything. Okay, never mind.
No, none of the buttons do anything. I'm trying to figure out how to get the switch to the seat.
Ah! You just click and drag to the seat.
Okay, genius. Do it.
What are you trying to do? Oh, a controller?
Uh-huh.
You got to hook a controller up to a switch, and then the switch to the seat.
Where's the switch?
You got switches all along the sides! Buttons and switches.
Go ahead, genius. Connect it to a switch. Not that one,
Alright, what am I connecting to a switch?
The one that controls the legs.
Uh-oh. I just accidentally unhooked number 4. Yeah.
You undid a thing.
Your stuff might be screwed. The one that hooks to the legs, you've got that hooked up to this button right here, this switch right here. Bam! Number 3 is now hooked up to your pilot seat. And I undid a thing, so you're gonna have a fun time trying to fix that.
I'm just gonna unconnect them all and then reconnect them in the order.
I think you undid one thing too many. Okay, controller here. Oh, Jesus! Oh my God! The day the machine tried to eat Buff.
It lives.
It lives.
All right,
And then we'll just drag that there so it doesn't fall over again and drag.
No.
Oh, you need odds on one side? Okay, alright. And then there, number 4. I had number 4! I
was doing it!
Ah! There!
Did we just do it again?
Yes. We did. We did. The odd moment of silence when we realize we're dumbasses.
Right?
I don't know what you've got going on here with the cockpit, but okay, I'll take it. Meanwhile, I'm going to spawn one of my little walkers. I think I've got a walker saved. Yeah, I do have a walker. I got a walker! Like, it works somewhat. It'll stop working after a while because they develop a bleed off.
Mm-hmm.
Which I tried to solve by putting in a peg system, which just created a worse problem because it doesn't realign the second set of bearings. So as you can see, after a short time here, I'm just going to try and get this thing to jam. The legs trip up, and then it's all downhill from here. So that's kind of what we're trying to fix. We had
So I like my concept right here.
Built some walkers in the past, but they just don't work. Walkers in this game are a funny thing.
You know, I like mine so far. I just don't know what I'm doing with it.
Dude, we never did show off the cockpit.
You're pretty proud of that, so go ahead. And
Pretty
to our
proud of
viewers, we spent countless hours of Wally building things. Hey, Buff, come look at this. God damn it. No, not that one. I go back to work. Hey, Buff, come look at this. No.
This is the cockpit. This is what we slaved over trying to build and trying to come up with. Oh, God. Come on, don't lag on me now. And trying to make look nice for our two-man flyer craft. This is going to be the cockpit of it. And I'm just going to add in these steps right here. And as you can see, you're going to have to crouch to approach the cockpit. When you do, you just walk over both the pilot seats that are recessed from their locations. Now when you hop on, you've got two switches so far. And all this is designed to be done in first person. Switch 1 raises your cockpit into position. Switch 2 is a horn. And as you can see, the switches are actually active up above because we had a problem where the thrusters would disappear for Buff. And so I've got all these nice little flight control lights nice and visible here so that the two pilots can actually fly in first person and see what the hell? I look over and all I see is this thing just running in slow. Oh my God, the legs. I think it died. So yeah, so the seat raises and lowers. We'll see how that works in flight. And then the back seat here also has the horn and also raises up into position. But the back seat actually has something cool. Hey Buff, I need your participation here, please.
Okay, I'm having fun doing
so if the back seat were to... What the hell? I look out the window and your thing's just somersaulting towards the cockpit here.
I don't think I got leg
Hi, Buff.
down, bro.
I don't think you got the leg movement down at all.
Maybe for a squat.
So, if the co-pilot, which is this back seat here, is in his seat and the seat is up, if the seat is up, it's going to have this giant hole in the floor. So, we designed a parameter for that. Get up in there and activate the co-pilot seat. Nope, that's the pilot seat. But yeah, go ahead and do that one. And then, first switch. Little floor goes across here so that the pilot can still get up to and activate his pilot seat.
Now, me being a picky first seat pilot, where Wally's at now, Wally, go ahead and take a 360 view of everything.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty open.
Exactly. I required Wally to build specifically for that. This thing's going to be a monster.
It's kind of got an ejection seat, but not really.
This is just the nose build.
Yeah, this is just the nose. When we get this thing built, this thing's going to be a beast. And then, here, let me show them the view from the co-pilot when you're up there. And so the co-pilot is designed so his sticks up high enough that he's got a good, accurate forward view. He can see all the way down out the bottom of the front screen there. He's got side windows, and he can see backwards out past and back over top the aircraft to see if anything's up above. So this chunk of the seat here, the way we have it in our head now, is actually going to be the highest point on the craft. So co-pilot has real good view, pilot has real good view. Down angles are good. We'll be able to see out to the wings, and everything will be shipshape and good to go. I'm looking forward to finishing this. That was a project we started months ago and quit playing this game, and yeah, so
Okay,
I'm excited.
So I came up with a better idea.
Okay, you got a better idea?
Instead of a walker.
You got a walker? What's up? What's your better idea?
No, screw the walker. That's a somersaulter.
Screw the walker.
We are going to create a giant droideka thing.
You're shitting.
What do you think of that?
You want to make make a giant, like, actual rolling droideka? Like, deploys out, walks on 3 legs, somersault, curls in, and rolls?
Yes. Yes.
Are you kidding me? You got a hard enough time making something.
I believe you can do the leg system, and I can do the rolly system.
The leg system and the rolly system. That's your plan.
All right, cool. So the thing is, like one of those monocycles that has like the single bicycle tire, the cockpit has to stay level.
What?
With the grounds. Yes.
The cockpit has to stay level?
Mm-hmm. I just keep testing you,
I don't think it's going to be possible.
No, we can do it.
We can do it. You really think we can?
Do it.
What, do we got to make it a 2-seater or
Right,
a 1-seater?
So this is what I'm thinking.
All right, 2-seater. So,
shut up.
Ah!
Silence. Silence, Mule. All right, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to create the platform, put a suspension system on there. When we activate the drive, which will be connected to a motor bearing system, something like that, right?
Okay.
The giant wheel thing is going to spin forward. And the suspension gravity thingy, we press backwards to counter the direction. So yeah, it's kind of redundant, but I think we can do it.
Here's my question. Is it built for 2 people to pilot or 1 person to pilot?
I was thinking 1, but we can do it for 2 if you want.
1 person to pilot. Okay. Well,
yeah, because it's simple. With the gravity system, you just W and S, and instead of having that tilt left and right, you have that, I don't know, the roll, I guess?
I guess we're going to have to come up with something.
Instead of a 6-axis, it's a 4-axis. Because, we're not airborne.
Well, we're not airborne, but when you roll across the ground, you got to be able to keep yourself level. Otherwise, you're just going to fall on your side.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of the fun part.
I hate you. Just so we're clear on this, I absolutely hate you.
Okay, so I've got an idea. You start doing what you want to do, and I want to show you my basic idea for a concept. I'm going to save that leg walker guy.
Okay, what the hell's going on? What? Bull. I had a thing pop up on my computer. All right, so we got to... So you're coming up with the rolling mechanic, and I have to come up with the walk mechanic?
Yeah, because I can't do the walkie mechanic.
I don't think my walk mechanic's going to work at all either, because... How do I get 3 legs to walk?
Now remember, it's like a tripod, 2 to the rear, 1 to the front.
I know! I don't understand how I'm gonna... Okay. Oops. Alt-tab is not the correct key.
Wait a second. Traditional droideka. Wait a second. No, I gotta Google that.
Am I building this odd or even base?
I don't know. I gotta Google the
Probably
picture real
odd,
quick.
if I had to guess. Gotta Google a picture of a droideka?
Well, yeah, because for some reason I'm thinking that there are 2 different versions of a droideka.
No, you're thinking battle droids. You're thinking the version 1 and version 2 battle droids.
With 4 legs. Nope, they
Oh, you're thinking the big spider walkers.
That might be it.
This is going to be next to impossible. What are you signing me up for
There
here?
are ones with 4 legs.
What?
Yep, they were manned. And
What?
they were not the giant-ass spider walkers you're talking about.
What? Find me a picture. I require photographic evidence of this.
Okay.
Because that might be what I base this model off of.
Oh! Whoa! Okay, hold on. Sending it to
Destroyer
you
droids.
now. No. Damn!
Come on. Come
I'm
on.
working on it. I'm working on it.
Come on!
Phone's on the fritz.
No, just... What? Don't send it over the phone!
Oh, fine, I'll...
You're on a computer! The greatest information sending device known to man!
No, phone. Phones are these days, don't you know?
I don't know
Who
what to
has
say.
a computer these days?
I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss.
Honestly, everybody's phone is a computer.
No, I'm at a loss. You disappoint me.
Copy image address. There we go.
Yeah, that took you long enough. What the hell?
You know, adult juice.
What the hell are those?
Those are manned droidicas.
I might be able to make that.
Those are manned droidicas.
I might be able to make that. Folks, I'm going to try something here. See if you will be able to see this. No, I'm not going to screw with that. Sorry. Okay. All right. Fine. Okay. Oh, you know it'd be fun? Come up with something like General Grievous's bike. Remember that? The big wheel bike? I think the wheel bike... I think his bike actually had a walking mode.
I think so too. Oh, I know what you're talking about. That creepy wall crawler thing. And yes, it had a 4-legged walk mode.
We could do that!
No.
No, it has to be a droidica. It can't be a decent bike.
Because imagine like a 3x3 platform for a single passenger, correct?
Okay.
Okay. When you tuck the legs in, the legs are connected to the platform. The roller is independent.
This is gonna suck! This is gonna suck!
Oh,
I hate you.
that's funny.
Just so we're clear, I totally despise you. This is not going to be... God, I hate you.
You know, I try.
Ah.
Alright, so I'm going to work on the wheel thingy. You're going to have to work on the platform, the legs, and all the wiring.
Yeah, the platform, the legs, and all the wiring. That includes the wheel. I can't just let you just make the wheel. It's not going to work.
I'm making the wheel and the motor stuff.
God. This isn't gonna...
Alright, Wally, I should have let you know before we started streaming.
Buff's been into his Coke drawer.
No, not that one. Not that one at all.
Coke and a plate of drugs.
No. Negative on that, Ghost Rider. But
The misadventures in Buff of Wally do
there
not
is
condone...
a legal mind-altering substance.
What?
Goes by the name of alcohol.
Oh, Jesus. Have you been drinking?
No.
You're a
What makes you say that?
dirty liar. Okay, so I got, what, 2 sections right in here?
Not happening.
So
How big are you making that? Oh, you're making it. I hate you. That makes me do a lot more work.
What? Yeah, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this right. So
How
suck
about
it.
we just annihilate the 2 sections here off the side. Doop. And doop. What are you doing?
I'm working on making the wheel.
Fine.
Actually, I'm working on making the wheel drive.
Okay.
So, like, trust me, this is...
That's what I was working on.
Yeah, no, I just have to... You said I gotta make the platform. That means I gotta at least rough it out.
Shit.
I gotta rough it out!
3, 5, 7, 8. That's an even platform.
Yes, it is!
You're a dick.
Do you want an odd platform?
No.
Even base wheel will probably be easier for you to manage.
See, 8.
Ah, crap. Nope, I gotta go with an odd system because of your stupid third leg requirement. No, wait, are we doing 3 or 4 legs?
Yeah, no, we're doing the 4 leg.
4 legs, even base, done.
Even base.
Even base.
Sweet.
Here, copy this.
No, shit.
I gave you a drive in the middle.
What am I doing?
I am making this so it has a drive right there. I don't know how well it'll work.
Having to reposition that.
I shouldn't. Because just
How big are you pretending this wheel's gonna be?
build out all 4 directions.
How big are you pretending this wheel's gonna be?
I don't know. How big is this wheel going to be? The wheel has to, like, spin around the whole structure, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
So, that means pi r squared. You
What?
have the radius here.
You're
1,
drunk.
2, 3,
Go home,
4.
Buff.
No, shut up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Pi r squared don't work with even numbers.
What is wrong with you, pi r squared?
Nope. No. Well, it wouldn't be pi r cubed.
You know what? I'm going to give the passenger seat a toilet because they're going to be shitting themselves the entire ride.
Okay.
I am going to cheat, and I can't cheat. Oh, crap.
Okay, so we're doing
Crap. Okay, 1 second. I got an idea. Maybe.
I need to figure out how to... This is gonna suck. Wally, do you remember how... You remember making circles in Minecraft, how annoying it was?
Yeah, I do.
Yep, now I gotta do it vertically. Because there's no physics system where I can rotate this thing if I build it horizontally.
I'm using skills and knowledge I have learned from the past.
Other game systems. No, wrong button.
No,
That's the
it's
one.
definitely from this one.
Oh. Shut your mouth.
Shut your dirty whore trap.
So,
okay.
what are the viewers saying? Or are they just kind of listening politely, like,
I think
these
they're
guys
listening
are
going.
stupid?
I think they're listening going, what the hell is this? Okay.
Oh my god. I'm so stupid.
I have to just conjoin it by 2 blocks in the middle.
Doop, 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 doop.
That's fine. 2 blocks in the middle. 1, 2. 1, 2. Right? Because then we'll say wood. Wood. There's a trick I know,
Aha.
Buff.
Holy shit, how big are you making that? Oh, I see what you're doing. Genius.
Yeah, because the driving platform has to stay connected, right? Check this out. Check this out. You ready? I'm going to show you mad science. Mad science skills.
Is that an odd base?
No.
No.
Remember when we designed and built the what am I trying to say here? Wow, dude, total mind blank here. The differential. Remember when we built the differential? Yeah. The differential took advantage of a neat feature that the suspension had. Remember what that was?
Nope.
No idea at all. Okay, well,
Nope.
I'm going to enlighten you here. Took advantage of the fact that suspension will pass through solid blocks.
Oh! No, I do remember that. Well, that better spin faster.
Well, that's a motor on minimum, dude, so we can totally...
That's what I want.
So, I mean, as long as we make the suspension as stiff as possible, this will actually give the... by doing this in four individual sections, dude, make 4 individual sections that you can lop in half, and when combined together, create a wheel. All right, a relatively round surface. So divide it into quarters, and when you,
Do I have to do any of this?
yeah, that's what your job is, right? The wheel.
Yes. I'm doing
Come here
the
and
wheel.
check this out. Come here and check this out. All right. So hang on,
what-
I gotta reverse this because that's annoying me. So when we press forward, notice how it spins through, and it spins through the metal blocks that connect the right and the left-hand side, right?
Okay.
Okay? Confirm. All right. Now, here's... Oh, my God. You see the blocks on the end of the suspension slide? Oh, this is going to be bad. Anyways, hang on. I want to move that back down to, we'll say, 3 power suspension. What I want is...
Oh, that's tasty.
What are you... Oh, God. So, basically, think about it this way. When you take your wheel drive and divide it by 4, okay? Then we'll weld all 4 sections onto the center drive wheel.
You see, you're speaking nonsense. You just want me to build quadrants.
Well, yes. Then we'll weld all 4 sections. Think about it.
Reduces my work.
Think about it. We weld all 4 sections onto the center drive wheel, and the center drive wheel provides the shock suspension system for all 4 individual sections.
That would be sweet.
Yes, exactly. This is the proof of concept. What do you... God, I'm going to have to figure out a way to make this thing roll, though. Not really. I just got to, like, fold the... I got to fold the legs and let it do its thing.
1, 2, 3.
All right. What do you...
6, 7.
You get stupid when you're drunk. Why are you counting in German? You're scaring away the viewers.
9. Am I really?
You're scaring away the viewers.
What do we got? 1,
2.
2?
Now I'm going to check it. It's going to be 1.
I scared that third one away like...
No, there was actually another third one. They just ran away. Okay,
Well,
so
my phone's weird.
I got to come up with legs, and I need to know what your wheel will look like with legs. So you should probably use wood for the wheel.
Have we really been at this for an hour already?
No, we've been at this for 40 minutes. 47 minutes.
Okay.
So you need to make the wheels out of wood.
What?
Yup. Got to make the wheel out of wood, dude.
I was going to make the outer wheel out of wood.
The wheel has to be out of wood, otherwise there's going to be too much weight and it's going to spin the inner. The inner has to be steel, the outer has to be wood.
That'd be fun.
Oh, Jesus. You didn't want it to somersault. You wanted it to work. Do we want more? Hey, I can extend this out by more suspension systems.
What do you mean?
Yes, no?
What do you mean?
As in, I can make this... I can make the wheel wider. How am I going to make this work so that when the wheel turns... Because the driver obviously gets to do the wheel. Unless I put the wheel on that, or... Okay, is this going to be... Okay. I think I can figure out something. What did you... You're not being very productive over there.
That's why I gave you the hard stuff.
May the fleas of 1,000 camels infest your armpits.
What? What about armpits?
Nothing. You're good. Okay. Oh my god, what if I made this like a spider hopper and it had jets and it would jump at you? That'd be fun. Okay, so... I want to roll. We can actually probably use sensors to keep this thing upright.
In theory. Okay.
Hey, actually, dude, you remember my my rudimentary flight control system that I came up with?
Let's say yes.
You seriously don't?
No, I do.
Yeah, remember the flight control
Show me.
system? What about if I use the same flight control system, but I use the suspension leveling system to re-level the balancer rather than thrusters?
Okay. Sure. I was thinking, we just use a simple tilt sensor thing.
It was a tilt sensor that it's in a different world. I don't have it saved. It was in a different world, and it would balance based off of thruster power. So, like, when the center bar got out of alignment, the platform would activate a thruster to rebalance itself. But it would start to overcorrect after a while. Remember, it would just get out of hand and it would start to overcorrect and then spin in circles. What if I just used a suspension system? It's less of an impulse on that, and it should, in theory, work better. Sorry, we get distracted a lot, and this is just how shit happens, and Buff is being a jackass by adding stuff to this.
No, those parts are necessary.
Those parts cannot be necessary. You're going to have to extend it out. Because notice, it drags now.
Suspension compression.
Yeah. So we can't have...
Yes, we can.
Nope.
No.
You got to go out at least one more block. Before we can go too wide, I'm pretty sure. So if we go out one more block, and then go too wide, I think we're still going to have issues. Yep. Oh my god, we are.
Oh my god.
Dude, we just came up with the drive system. Watch this. You ready?
Throw a wheel on it, call it a day.
Just give it a wheel. Where? Somewhere. I don't care. Anywhere will work. Okay, so this is going to have to go out a couple blocks, or we're going to have to trim this just a touch. So let me just trim, 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 trim. Trim, 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 trim. Trim, 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 trim and fool. There.
Oh man, I could just build the wheel off of this thing. What am I doing?
What are you talking about? No, build the wheel. Yeah, fine. Do that. Build the wheel in sections, obviously. We're going to have to build it in 3 even sections. So hang on. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to reset it.
No!
And we're good. The legs I'm going to have based off of button movement. So we'll have right and left steering still be suspension style. Now you done did it. You just snipped something. You just snipped something that fell. I'm not sure what you snipped that fell, but...
Whoopsie, I made a poopsie.
What is wrong with you? I swear to God. You get a little liquor in you and you just become stupid.
Whoa! Whoa! My WASD was not responding. Now
Yeah,
it's
no, I just lagged.
Oh, okay.
For a moment. If only for a moment, then the moment's gone.
What are you jabbering about?
Dust in the wind.
Sure.
Kansas, man.
Okay.
Oh, shit. I deleted the wrong block.
Haha!
Okay.
No.
Still thinking you're going to have to build that out just a little bit. Oh, nope. There was the suspension I wanted. Yes, Good, good. Stand by for a test. It's not going to be able to go at high speed, but I mean, it might work.
No!
Might work. I mean, I would have seen Stranger.
Stranger things have happened.
Stranger Things is a great show, by the way. If you've
Never seen it.
If you've never watched it, look it up on Netflix. Stranger Things just got during the Super Bowl. They announced that it's going to be getting a season 2, which is awesome.
Wasn't the Super Bowl like last year sometime? February? You see, that's where I don't care about sports.
I didn't actually even watch it. You're making the wheel too small.
I did watch the Super Bowl.
I think you're making the wheel too small.
Shh, I'm concepting.
You need help.
No.
Hang on. I'm pretty sure I got the help you need.
Is it a circle?
It might be.
Ooh. Is it a wheel? Because I like circle wheels.
Give me just a moment.
Okay.
In TeamSpeak. There we go.
I'll tab. What am I doing? Oh, I know what you're doing. You're sending me that specific link to that website that shows me how to do circles. Yup.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
God knows you needed it. Otherwise, this is going to be one bumpy ride. As it is, it's going to be bumpy.
62126.
Okay. We're
That was
having
different
bleed
than I thought
off.
it was.
Hang on. I'm going to go to a controller to hold the center still for now. We will go to a motor in a moment.
Shit!
Did you just fucking... Was that one of the unrecoverable missiles?
Yes.
Why? You just fired off a missile we will never see back. That thing is going to be out there. We're going to have to take the biplane and go searching. No! Delete that! Delete this! This has
that's the same exact missile I just launched.
Does this one have a safety mechanism? Or no? I don't think this one does. No, this one does not have a safety mechanism. Oh my god. Okay, yes, this one has a safety mechanism.
Does it?
Yep.
Where is it?
I don't know. Alright, hold on. Let's do this. Come on.
Did you save the launcher?
Nope, come on. We're going looking for the damn missile. Hop in. Hop in.
Alright, fine.
Get aboard!
There should only be one missile out there.
Oh, did you grab the other one?
Yeah, I grabbed the first one. I told you that. The dead switch you were talking about, I forget all about what it was, and did it actually have one?
I think so. I think I see it right over there.
Really?
I'm pretty certain I do. Right? I think I see it right over here.
Where?
Is that it, or is that a rock?
The rock.
Damn, like it took off this direction. How hard is it to find an orange caution cone?
I don't know.
Knowing our luck, it's probably in a tree.
Yeah.
This is why we never get things built, folks. We always get distracted trying to find shit that Buff has launched into oblivion.
Alright. Hey! It does have a safety. Verified.
Did you find it?
Nope. Verified.
Yeah, no, we installed safeties in the later models. Because the very first one you launched is still flying around somewhere on that map.
So it is around still.
I found it!
What?
I found it!
Yes.
There it is! Holy crap. All the way from up there. Jesus.
See something cool?
The thing kind of... Yeah, I grabbed it as well. Did you have something over here? Yeah, you had your builder down over here. Cool. I kind of want
What? That was pathetic.
to give it a long impulse. Long impulse fire! Uh-oh. Oh my god, you really did give it a long impulse time on that, didn't you?
Hey, you told me long.
Okay, delete!
It's gone.
Alright, let's clean this up. Let's go back up top.
Oh man. Ah, hey. World War I airplanes can't do that.
Nor can they immediately take off like that. This one can.
Don't tell nobody. So as we're nearing the end of our stream, ladies and gentlemen, again, we got absolutely nothing done. Just another concept
Oh,
to keep you in suspense for later.
Yeah, another concept in suspense for later. We'll work on this one. Unlike the tanks, this one seems
What was
doable.
it? 62126.
What's going on with the plane?
What do you mean?
Like, the plane just decided to nose in,
I don't know. It's your plane.
right? It's my plane. All right. Well, everyone, we appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with us today. We're past our hour. Unless you guys really want us to keep streaming, you know, give us a holler in the live chat, and we'll keep streaming if you guys want us to. But otherwise, I think we're gonna call it for tonight. We're nearing the end of that time frame. You got this all figured out?
Kind of. 6212.
You got to make it 7.
What?
You're gonna have to go for the next size bigger. You got to go for an odd.
It's not a 19.
You got to go for an odd base circle. It's even wide, but it's odd around.
Good point. It's even width, odd length.
Yep. So even if it's not a true odd length, don't worry about that. Well, yeah, because we can make it whatever odd length we want because it's got a center. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. We'll figure this out.
Yeah, we'll get it.
So I don't see that anybody has made a comment for us to keep streaming. So we're going to call that as a sign that you guys have grown bored of us. And we're going to call it for the night. So thanks for coming out, hanging out with us. We greatly appreciate it. Always, please feel free to give us a like if you thought the video was anything fun at all. Oh my god. Okay, Buff's going to spin like a top over there. Give us a like if you thought the video was funny. Buff has successfully unbalanced a remarkably balanced structure. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe for keeping up with everything. Buff, you got anything to say?
Whee! No, not really. Join us on Thursday for a surprising game of some sort. We don't know what we're going to be streaming. You know, it's usually random. We kind of had this one planned out, but we didn't announce it. You know, just to see how you viewers, you know, join us.
What the drunk Buff is trying to say is we'll see you guys Thursday.
Yes. Adios, amigos.